Dear ladies and gentlemen, Their Excellencies President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky, Head of the Council of Ministers of Italy Giorgia Meloni, President of the EU Commission Ursula von der Leyen, Prime Minister of Canada Justin Trudeau, and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Belgium Alexander De Croo. Statement by the President of Ukraine. Thank you so much, dear friends of Ukraine, dear guests, dear journalists, Ukrainians. This day is filled with special formats of international cooperation. It is a peculiar day for our country. Today in Kiev we have Giorgia Meloni, Madam Head of Council of Ministers of Italy, country that now holds presidency in G7, Ursula von der Leyen, Madam President of the EU Commission, Alexander De Croo, Mr. Prime Minister of Belgium that now holds presidency in the EU, and Justin Trudeau, Mr. Prime Minister of Canada, that is long-lasting and principal ally of Ukraine and all Ukrainians. Today, with Italy and Canada, we have concluded bilateral security agreements. That is, on the second anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion, we yet again prove that despite all the difficulties and challenges, Ukraine will become only stronger and will always be together with its partners in the free world. This day we have started in Hostomel, where Putin has started his invasion and where he suffered first principle loss. That is our joint signal that has to reflect all this year, that is that Putin shall further lose and suffer losses so that we together in Ukraine and Europe and the free world could finally gain in battle a normal and peaceful life. I am grateful to each and everyone who is helping Ukraine in this. I am grateful to all the leaders, civil and political activists and entrepreneurs, all people of the world that are by deeds and heart with Ukraine, with our warriors, with all Ukrainians, and simply with justice. Thank you. Thanks to all of you, dear friends, and I am proud that today so many people in the world support our state. I'd like to mention a couple of things in the aftermath of our political work today. Justin, Mr. Prime Minister, I thank you for the agreement that opens up new capabilities for our security cooperation. We have defined the defensive support for this year, and the agreement, as all other agreements, will work until our accession to NATO. We have fixed principle position regarding Canada's support of Ukrainian membership in the alliance. We have fixed concrete capabilities of cooperation in defensive manufacturing, intelligence, cybersecurity, demining, protection of critical infrastructure, and that is not all regarding this agreement. Thank you, Justin. We have also had negotiations with Giorgia, Madam Head of Council of Ministers of Italy, regarding our bilateral cooperation, regarding our work in G7. We have security agreement with Italy. We have underscored key aspects of cooperation in defensive field on the European level and also Euro-Atlantic levels. We value the decisions of Italy to continue security support to Ukraine, to our people, to our warriors until the end of 2024 and during the term of this agreement. I'm grateful that the issues of security will further be a priority for the biggest democracies in G7 group. We need to do everything that depends on us in order for 2024 to become decisive for restoring real and long-term security for Ukraine and for all of our Europe and the world. Russian invasion to Ukraine has led to a cascade of negative consequences for many in the world, but we can and thus must return the stability and protection to our continent. Together, today we have had a trilateral meeting with Madam President of the EU Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, and Mr. Prime Minister of Belgium, Alexander De Croo, Prime Minister of Belgium that now holds presidency in EU. Such format underscores the priority of our cooperation with the EU for this year. We should be no less active on the direction of EU integration of Ukraine than we have been. Last year we have reached a political solution on the opening of EU negotiations regarding the accession to the EU, then to further open the framework negotiations, and then to basically join the EU. All that we have discussed together with you, and that will be a clear sign that United Europe will not fall to any of Putin's blackmail, but also will testify that Europe recognizes and respects the full commitment of Ukrainian people to the European values and solidarity. We need to solve each of the contradictions together, and we need to defend our Europe together from all forms of Russian aggressions, because our Europe is and will be among the global leaders. Thank you, Ursula. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you to all those in the world who is helping to us. Thank you